Hello students, myself Sheetal Sawan. I am lecturer at Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. So today we are going to start with chapter number 2 of subject Mechanical Engineering Measurement. The name of chapter is Displacement Force and Torque Measurement. Learning outcomes. After completion of this video, student will be able to understand the displacement measurement introduction, then the specification, selection and application of displacement transducer, capacity transducer, potentiometer, LVDT and RVDT. Now let's see what is a displacement measurement. So displacement is a vector quantity. So it represents the change in position of a point or a body with respect to reference point. So displacement is nothing but the difference between coordinates of 2 points. So in the figure you can see over here a vector, b vector. So how to find out the resultant? So r square is equal to a square plus b square. So how to find out the theta angle? Theta angle is nothing but the tan theta is equal to a upon b, the vertical distance upon horizontal distance. Displacement transducer. So transducer is nothing but that convert the one form of energy into another form. So here displacement is converted into the electrical signals. Now let's see what are the different types of displacement measurement. So there are two types. First one is the linear displacement, second is the angular displacement. So linear is nothing but the linear motion measured in few microns or to few centimeters, means it is a horizontal distance, whereas in angular displacement it is the rotational motion measured from a few seconds to degree, that is 360 degree. So the types are in linear measurement there are three types. One is the linear potentiometer, capacitive and the LVDT, linear variable differential transformer. Whereas in angular measurement the rotary potentiometer, capacitive, then the RVDT, rotary variable differential transformer. The next point is the selection of displacement transducer. So these are the different factors that consider while selection of the displacement transducer. The first one is the required accuracy. So accuracy is very important while selecting the any displacement transducer. Second is the resolution required. Then the size of displacement. Then the types of displacement, cost of transducer, then the material used for transducer and the environmental consideration. So these are the different factors that's considered while selecting the displacement transducer. The next one is the applications of displacement transducer. So the first one is it acting as a device secondary transducer. It can be used as a device to measure the force, weight and pressure, etc. LVDT can be used in all displacement measurement where the displacement is ranging from the fraction of mm to few centimeters measured by LVDT. Then it is also used in CNC machines for displacement measurement. Then RVDT is used in flight control system. Then potentiometer is used in design of many transducer of pressure, force, acceleration. Then potentiometer is also used as a position feedback in servo mechanism. Then LVDT can be used for measurement and control of thickness of a metal sheet being a roller, and it is also used in measurement of the tension in a channel. The next point is capacity transducer. So capacity transducer, it consists of two plates. One plate is the moving plate, another plate is the fixed plate. Now these two plates are made up of metal and these are separated by the insulator. Now here is the displacement is taking place. As a voltage is applied across the plate, equal and opposite charges displacement are generated on a plate. The capacitance of parallel plate capacitor is given by the equation C is equal to sigma A into small d, where C is the capacitance in Faraday, sigma is the permittivity of dielectric, it means it is a constant. Then capital A is the area of a plate overlap in square metal and small d is the distance between the plates in meters. Capacitive transducer. Since the capacitance is inversely proportional to the spacing of plates, any variation in distance d causes a corresponding variation in capacitance. So this principle is applied in capacitive transducer. Means the change in distance, that is small d, is uh, proportional to the change in capacitance. So the change in distance between two plates can be measured by resultant change in capacitance with an AC bridged circuit, but it is usually measured with an oscillator circuit. Advantages of capacitive transducer. The excellent frequency response and can measure either static or dynamic phenomena. Easy to fabricate, good linearity, relatively low initial and maintenance cost. Then disadvantages of capacitive transducers. So sensitivity to temperature variation and possibility of destroyed signals. The next point is potentiometer. So the working principle of potentiometer is positioning of a slider by external force varies the resistance in a potentiometer or a bridge circuit. Potentiometer is a passive transducer since it requires external power source for its operation. Then types of potentiometer are linear and angular potentiometer. Linear potentiometer. So it is called as variable resistance device. Potentiometer for measurement of linear motion or angular motion. Now this potentiometer is a device is in fact a variable resistor whose resistance varies on account of movement of the slider or a wiper over a resistance element. The wiper is connected to an arm and the arm moves in a linear direction when the linear motion under the measurement is applied to it. So this is the diagram of a linear potentiometer. So here is the sliding arm. So here is the displacement is taking place. This is the force member. Now this is the slider. This is the potentiometer. And here as the distance is changed, so resistance is changed. So this is the 3D diagram of a linear potentiometer. So thus the resistance of the potentiometer is changed and the change in resistance is a function of a moment, that is the displacement applied to it. The change in value of a resistance may be measured by a Wheatstone bridge. The change of resistance may also be recorded by a bridge type of recorder. Angular potentiometer. The rotational resistive elements are circular in shape and used for measurement of angular displacement. Means if you compare the linear and angular potentiometer, so both of having same working principle, only the construction is different. So here as this is the angular potentiometer, so here resistance placed in a angular or in a circular type, right? So this is the angular, right? So here wiper is over here. So as the distance is changed, distance means as the wiper is moved in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, so according to that the resistance is changed. So here this is the 3D diagram, the figure D. The here you can see over here, so this is the wiper, this is the wiper, okay. Then this is the rod. So rod is attached to the wiper and this is the resistance element. So as the wiper is moving in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, according to resistance will change. So linear variable differential transducer, LVDT. So LVDT is used for measurement of displacement, which works on the principle of mutual induction phenomena in which flux linking to coil depend on the position of the magnetic core or armature. So specification of LVDT. So range is 0 to 50 mm, then accuracy is 0.1% range, then ambient temperature minus 40 to 50 degrees centigrade. Secondary primary winding, then the input 0 to 1.0 voltage AC winding, then outputs is 0 to 50 megavolt DC. So let's see the construction of LVDT. So figure shows the diagram of a LVDT. It consists of an insulating hollow cylinder made up of bakelite of other insulating materials. So this is the cylinder which consists of the bakelite material, which is the insulating material. So on the insulating cylinder, two windings are wound called as a primary and secondary winding. So there are two windings. This is the first primary winding and these two are the secondary winding. So here is the soft iron core, and this core is moving in a linear way, that is the in a horizontal position. So here is the displacement is taking place. LVDT construction. So when core is at the central position, insulating cylinder magnetic flux linking to coil S1 and S2 has same value. Therefore, EMF induced in a coil S1 and S2 are also equal, so that the output measured between two secondary terminals is zero. When core is moved towards the left side, then the flux linking to coil S will increase. At the same time, flux linking to coil S2 decrease. So hence EMF induced in a coil S1 is greater than that of S2. As a result of which, output measured between secondary terminals is in phase with the primary voltage. So EMF ES1 and EMF ES2 is negative. So when core is moved towards the right side, the flux linking to coil S2 is more as compared to coil S1. That is, EMF induced in S2 is greater than EMF in S1. Hence, the output measured between secondary terminal is out of phase with primary voltage. Thus, the output measured between two secondary terminal of LVDT is directly proportional to the displacement of magnetic core 1. The characteristics of LVDT. The output voltage varies linearly with displacement of the core from the null or output voltage central position in a central range E. So here the output voltage versus displacement. So as the displacement of a core is positive, means if a core is moving in a right side, so we'll get the positive output voltage, and if core is moving on a left side, so we'll get the output voltage as a negative. So here is the position of a output 0 at the 0 displacement. Now let's see what are the advantages of LVDT. So it has a infinite resolution, then high sensitivity, good accuracy, linear output characteristics up to 5 mm core displacement, simple and easy to design. It has a electric isolation. It has a range of 1.2 mm to 25 mm. Then low hysteresis. Therefore, it has a good repeatability, very low power consumption of the order of 1 watt. Let's see what are the disadvantages of LVDT. So the performance is affected by temperature variation, sensitive to stray magnetic field. Its performance is affected due to vibration of magnetic core. It requires external power of AC source. Now let's see what are the applications of LVDT. So applications of LVDT, crankshaft balancer, soil strain testing machine, pill making machine, automation assembly equipment, a robotic cleaner, borehole extremometer, then the bottle height inspection, automotive suspension system, waving machine, then the hydraulic cylinder displacement and the servo valves positioning. So the next point is rotary variable differential transducer, RVDT. So as shown in figure 2.8, RVDT is similar to LVDT except that its core is in cam shape and may be moved between the windings by means of a shaft. So here capital equation is capital E is equal to ES1 minus ES2. So if the core is at a zero position, that is there is no angular displacement, then the output voltage in two secondary windings are equal and are in phase opposition. So output voltage produced will be 0, set E is equal to 0. So here, so output voltage over here. So if the core is at the steady condition, then the output will be 0. So as the construction is same as the LVDT, so here is the primary winding. So which is primary winding, which is the AC source or which is the input, and here is the shaft, here is the core which is moving in a clockwise direction, and S1 and S2 are the secondary winding. So voltage produced in S1 winding is ES1 and voltage produced in secondary winding is ES2. So this is the construction. So if the core is rotates in an anticlockwise direction, so it produces more voltage in winding S1 than S2. So we'll get the equation E0 is equal to ES1 minus ES2, which we will get positive. So output voltage is positive and in phase with the input signal. Now, if core is rotates in clockwise direction, so it produces more voltage in winding S2 than S1. So E0 is equal to ES1 minus ES2. So this is the equation. So thus the output voltage is negative and and out of phase with the input signal. Thank you.